Hey there folks, Luke here with the Outdoor Gear Review. Thank you so much for tuning in for this episode. Today guys, we are going to be taking a look and actually doing some work with the German Alpine Rucksack. Now you guys saw this a couple of weeks ago in one of my military surplus score box revealings basically. And this pack had an issue. Just like it's very common to get with military surplus stuff, especially when it's used, this pack needs a little bit of work. As you can see here, we're looking at the back of it, and where this vinyl rubbery material meets the actual canvas of the bag, it has separated and the stitching has come out. So guys, we're going to take a couple days here and we are going to fix this pack. Now what we're looking at here is a 2-day process. So it will also be in 2 parts. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take some seam grip, commonly used with tents and stuff like this. But we're going to use that basically to adhere the vinyl leathery material to the canvas. We're going to let that sit, we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to sew it. So guys, go ahead, get ready, let's get started. Now the first thing that we want to do here is go ahead and stuff this bag. We want to have the inside of this nice and fluffy so the material's all stretched out. It'll be a whole lot easier. What I recommend is that you grab some of your wife's pillows. Alright, that might not be a good idea. So I'll take a military surplus item, such as this blanket, and I will go ahead and stuff this in here. Now what we have here is just some good old-fashioned seam sealer. You guys, or seam grip. You guys have probably seen this before for tents, for repairs and stuff like that. It also works well with repairs like this. Now some of you guys may be wondering, why am I doing this extra step? I could just go ahead and sew this up. Well, I never do anything half-assed. I always like to go above and beyond for everything, and that also includes my repairs. So just think of this as insurance. It's going to make it that much stronger. Now usually when you get some seam grip like this, it will come with a number of attachments. You'll get the little acid brush, and you will also get a little nozzle that goes onto the top here. Now personally I find that these are absolutely worthless. They're horrible for using with a tent. But they might do a good job for using it with this pack. Personally, I'd rather keep that brush and actually use it on a tent when I need it. I know that I would actually just throw this other piece away. I highly recommend that you do this in a way that you do not make a mess. You do not want to get this stuff on your table or on your clothes or whatever else, because it is likely to stay there for a long period of time. It is extremely sticky and tacky, so you've been warned. I have a piece of plastic, which I will put down right underneath it. That will also give me a place to put this down when I need to. I also have some paper towels, just in case I need them as well. When it comes to getting this perfectly lined up to where it used to be, we're going to be very, very close. We're not going to be perfect. And I'll go ahead and move the camera now and show you what I'm talking about. So you can see here where the old seam was, where the stitching used to be, and you can see kind of where it's going to lay now. It's going to be, the stitching is just going to be just a tad bit above it, and that's going to be fine, because we're going to fill this up with some seam grip. We're going to mat that down, let it dry, and then we're going to sew it. Now when it comes to any repair, nothing in life is perfect, so that is just how it is here. So we're going to take our seam grip, we're going to go ahead, punch a hole in it using the lid, just like that. We'll go ahead and screw that on. We're ready to do our repair. You can see the separation right through here. You can see the original stitching right through here. And this is going to line up fairly well. It will not be 100% perfect, but that's life. So we'll go ahead and start squeezing this goop onto the inside here. Now, you can definitely put it heavy towards the bottom of the pack, not so heavy along the stitching. And the reason for that is, as soon as you smash that down, if you have a ton of sealant, it will squirt out the top, just making a mess. I don't personally want to do that. Okay, so we're done there. And now it is time to kind of smash this down. Okay. And guys, that looks pretty good already. Fairly close to the original stitching. Alright, so there you go. You can see how this has been done. Now what I'm going to do now is just let this dry for about 24 hours. Maybe just a tad bit longer. Put this piece of plastic over it, and then I'm going to lay something on top of it to keep it compressed down so it'll dry the way that I want it to. Alright guys, well, we have done the seam gripping. We have now adhered those two surfaces together. We'll come back in about 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, and we'll actually sew it up and consider it done. So guys, this is part 1. We will be doing a part 2 shortly, as soon as it dries. So guys, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you guys around. Everybody, take care. Be well.